In a game that feels like it was created so long ago, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2 was the second game created in the series, and it was the last game. Ultimately, it had a very poor ending because it felt like it was rushed by the developers, and it left a lot of questions to the fans, always leading to the outcry of the famous game Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 3, which was later announced to not exist, and instead they made Star Wars The Old Republic. This has caused many fans to rage and experience a lot of hatred towards the LucasArts, which is now owned by Disney, over this game. Star Wars Knights of the Republic 2 honestly gave more depth into the entire series, but it ultimately failed in the storytelling, which was what it's famous for. You start off by creating a new character. You can start off by creating a new character where you can choose your actual Jedi. In this game, you're not playing as Revan, but rather an exile who aided Revan. You could start off playing any 3 characters and then their female or male counterparts. You could play a Guardian, which is your main, your tanking, they're meant to focus on lightsaber. The Jedi Sentinel is more of a well-balanced, it's mostly going to be close melee, has some force abilities, but is also very tactical, and uses a lot of technology. And the Jedi Consular is someone who masters the Force and doesn't really focus that much on lightsaber training, as opposed to either one of the Sentinels or the Consular or the Guardian. It says it's recommended for advanced players, but you can go ahead and select it, as your game will still be fairly easy. It's not a very difficult game by any measure or standard, it's just new and it takes a lot of learning to get the characters built properly. After you select your character, you'll be found to be on the Endar Spire, where you'll have to escape, and you go on a long journey with very famous and evil Sith Lord. In case none of you have actually seen the story, I don't want to spread too many spoilers, but the game is actually fairly decent. While the storytelling leaves a lot to be desired, especially towards the ending, you don't ever get the complete picture. What happens, the questions afterwards are never answered, until the Old Republic comes in, where they actually do bring back both these characters temporarily until they release the new expansion, the Shadow of Revan. The game has decent graphics considering how old it is. As long as you don't go into the extreme detail, it's not that bad. You got plenty of settings, and as opposed to the old game, you actually got proper screen sizes. You could turn a lot of things on. You could turn the shadows off, turn them on. You can do a lot of configurations, and then it's even got proper screen sizes as opposed to the last one. They go up a little bit bigger, which makes it look a lot better. But ultimately, the one thing that I probably hate the most is regarding the storytelling. As you could see, it took me about 25 hours to get to the final part to where I defeat the Sith Lord. The game has a lot of content, considering a lot of other storytelling games you generally can finish within 8 hours. Most of the Call of Duty series doesn't even take 8 hours to finish the storyline. Otherwise, you're left to play online. However, to be perfectly fair, this game doesn't have online capabilities, and it's strictly storytelling. However, because of the way the characters are and the way that the story is told, you could play it and it has incredible replay value. While I've never gotten around to making another game or playing it again, it's definitely one of the games that I will always want to come back to. It helped, along with its or with the original Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, establish a new pure genre of storytelling where you impacted the world and its outcome. A lot of games like Skyrim, while they're open world and they have RPG effects to them, you don't really have any effect. You don't have any effect on the world. For instance, if I go kill the Dark Brotherhood, which you can do, you get some money and then you can't join the Dark Brotherhood. That's about it. Considering there's such a large crime syndicate, you'd figure that something would change about the world, but it doesn't. The Fable series also offers a very powerful choice of, it gives you the power of choice. When you're the king of Albion in Fable 3, you can change and shape the world. You can demolish entire sections of the city, or you can help restore them. You can help lift poverty by reducing taxes. You can help everybody and still win the game. Of course, being good does come with its price. If you're being good, you're going to have a lot of workarounds. You're going to have to do a lot more. In this game, it's quite similar, but it also rewards the good players in a different way. For instance, if you go and someone's being bullied by some bounty hunters and you kill them, or you pay them off to where they'll leave him alone. Let's say, for instance, they're demanding 50 credits. If you give them 50 credits, generally you'll find somewhere relatively close to that mission area, or even within the mission itself, that will reward you 50 credits. That way, even if you're good, you don't have to experience the hardships of it. And that's what makes the game so fun. You could choose both paths, get different rewards, but you're still on equal playing fields. While some would argue that the dark side has more powerful abilities, I would disagree. As you can see, I've only unlocked 56 to 66. I can unlock all the movies later. But the game is rather interesting. It's fairly cheap because of how old it is. You can buy it off Steam, which is what I did, and I recommend if you haven't played a true RPG such as Star Wars: The Old Republic, or if you already have the first game, get the second one. While it'll leave you with a giant cliffhanger that will probably bother you for years to come, there's a huge community behind this game that it's actually worked to redesign and build the game up. There's an entire website. It's Star Wars: The Old Republic something.com. They have mods, they have skins. There is a huge community and following for this game because the story is so just there. It's just missing its key elements. Honestly though, if you want to get the full rating and the full in-depth review, check out the website. And if you have any questions regarding this game, make sure you ask here, or you can check out the website and go to the forums. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.